Hello and welcome to The Explainer. You know, if you've ever stared at an English word and just thought, why in the world is it spelled that way? Then this one is definitely for you. Today we are going to crack the code on one of the most frustrating parts of the English language, its vowels.
It really is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Why are there so many different ways to write the exact same sound? It feels like total chaos. But what if I told you there's a hidden logic, a pattern that can actually make sense of it all?
Okay, let's dive right in with a classic example. Think about the sound A. You've got the hair on a horse's mane, and you've got the main idea. They sound identical, right? But the spellings are totally different. So how are you supposed to know which one to use? There's got to be a rule, doesn't there? Well, this isn't just some random quirk. It's a key piece of what we can call the English vowel puzzle. And the good news is, today, we're going to solve it. We're going to find a simple, surprisingly elegant pattern that explains the vast majority of these cases. So, the secret key to all of this is something called a vowel digraph. It's basically a fancy term for when two vowels team up side by side to create just one single sound. You know, like the AI in rain or the E in sea. These little vowel pairs are the very code that we're about to crack. All right, enough theory. It's time to put this into practice. To crack this code, we need evidence, and we're going to find all the clues we need hidden in a surprisingly simple document. And here it is, our document of the day. Now, it might look like a simple flyer for a community event, but trust me, it is absolutely packed with the vowel digraphs that are going to serve as our puzzle pieces. Let's pull them out. Look at all these words. Every single one pulled directly from that flyer. We've got words with that long A sound like Maine and May, and we've got words with the long E sound like street and money. Each one of these has a vowel digraph, and together, they hold the secret. And now, for the really exciting part. When we take these clues and we start to sort them, a pattern just emerges. It's a rule that's so simple and so powerful you probably wonder how you never noticed it before. Okay, check this out. We've sorted our words by their vowel digraphs. Now, just look at the columns for that long A sound. We've got AI in words like Maine and rain, and we've got A in words like Sunday and play. Take a second, look at where in the word those letters show up. Are you seeing the pattern yet? And boom, there it is. That's the big reveal. AI and EE are almost always used in the middle of a word or a syllable, and their counterparts, A and E, they almost always show up at the end. That's it. That's the pattern. It's Main Street, but it's Sunday. You meet at Green Valley, but you win money. It's an incredibly reliable rule. Now, you know every good rule in English seems to have a small wrinkle, right? A little twist that just adds some flavor. And in our case, that twist comes from the digraph EY. So this vowel digraph EY, it's kind of like a double agent. Most of the time, just like we saw, it makes that long E sound at the end of a word, like in money or valley. But in a handful of common words, it can also make the long A sound, like in they or pray. Now, the important thing to remember here is that the second pronunciation is way less common. So our main, middle versus end rule still holds up beautifully.
So we have this powerful rule. What can we actually do with it? Well, let's see how it helps build our confidence when we're staring down some much longer, more intimidating words.
Take a look at a word like remainder. At first glance, it might look long, but your brain could now instantly spot that A right in the middle. You know that's a vowel digraph, you know it makes one sound, and suddenly the word isn't just a jumble of letters, it's three simple chunks. Re-main-der. See? Easy. Let's try another one. Jamboree. Even in a long, playful word like this, your brain can now spot that vowel team. E. And once you see that chunk, the rest of the word practically decodes itself for you. Jam-bore-e. It's almost like having a superpower for reading. And what this gives you is a fantastic, super reliable strategy. When you see a long word, don't panic. Just look for those familiar chunks, spot the vowel digraphs you now know so well, and the word will break apart into these manageable syllables that you can read with total confidence. So why does all this matter? I mean,
This isn't just about passing a spelling test. Understanding these patterns fundamentally changes your entire relationship with the written word.
Ultimately, it all comes down to this one simple idea. Flexibility is the key. Knowing the rules, and yeah, even their exceptions, gives you the confidence and the mental flexibility to tackle unfamiliar words without even hesitating. It transforms reading from just an act of memorization into an act of discovery. The English language is absolutely filled with these hidden patterns just waiting there to be uncovered. So the next time you're reading, keep your eyes open. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other secret rules of English are hiding in plain sight? Thanks for joining us on The Explainer.